let's talk about priorities. And I know there's always a lot of them. Alan, let's start with you. You've got some commander's intent there. You laid out a bunch of activities for 2026, the rest of 2026. Top couple of priorities for you that you're going to be focusing on every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. So for the next year and this year, so I'm really focused on really three big rocks that are critical in the moving our modernization effort forward in a meaningful way. These are the areas that we're going to get the most leverage if we execute them well, and that's the key piece. Got to execute those things well, right? So first is Army 365, Microsoft Army 365 migration. We're
Hmm.
in the middle of that transition now, and it's more complex than it might appear from the outside. We're not just moving users, we're moving the way that the organization works. And so we have hundreds of thousands of dashboards, reports, and workflows that have really been built over time. And all those have to be refactored to operate effectively in a new environment. And we can't afford to disrupt the flow of information that leaders depend on every day. So we're taking a very deliberate approach. It's about balancing speed with stability. We're making progress while still maintaining trust in the data in the system. Our second piece is data rationalization. With over the 9 petabytes of data and more than 2,800 applications that we've accumulated over the years, that creates complexity, redundancy, and risk. So we're really taking a disciplined approach to cleaning that up, understanding what data that we have, where it lives, how it's being used, and what we actually need to keep. And the same applies to our application portfolio. And until we get that under control, it's very difficult really to fully realize the benefits of any modern infrastructure that we put in place. And the third is our data warehouse modernization. So right now, we're operating on an older IBM Netezza platform. It's been a solid system, but it's reaching the point where we need to transition to something more scalable and better aligned with where the Army's going. So we're piloting the Army's Vantage platform as a potential path forward, but we're also being pragmatic here. So in the near term, we're investing in a hardware refresh to stabilize our current environment, and that gives ourselves the time to really make the right long-term decision. And all three of these efforts are tightly connected. The A365 migration drives how people access and use the data. Data rationalization reduces the noise and complexity in our system, and then the warehouse modernization really gives us the backbone to actually process and analyze that data at scale. And if we get these three areas right, we don't just modernize the environment, we create a much cleaner, more reliable, more usable foundation for the entire enterprise. And that's really the goal. It's not modernization for its own sake. I want to make that clear. It's making sure that the environment is structured in a way that really allows everything else to move faster with more confidence.